Hi guys, my name is Noni Matigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Ubongani Danzi and something that he did that was very impressive in the courtroom yesterday. I really appreciated what he did and how it came about. That is why I'm saying Uram Sipile guys is on fire in that courtroom. I really appreciate how he moves with his client and how he is doing things and making sure that his client is they have an understanding together. Do you understand? Before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, let's get into Undanzi. Danzi did something extraordinary yesterday in court. I really appreciated what he did. Now, let's remove emotions, let's remove personalities, let's remove speculations, and let's do something far more dangerous. Ne? Let's follow sequence. Let's follow sequence because Bongani Danzi was arrested in Rustenburg. And when they got there, they were arresting him for what? They said they are arresting him for a Nongoma case. Do you remember that? Do you remember when they went and came in and said, hello, Sianda? And he was like, me? No, I'm not Sianda. Look at my ID. I'm not Sianda. I'm Bongani Sandison Danzi. And there was a back and forth and the claps in between. And he ended up being arrested for that. They even tried because they had his number for some weird reason. And they called that number and they were like, yeah, we are looking for you. But if why they were calling him Sianda Butelezi, I don't know. We'll talk about this Sianda Butelezi in another video. Maybe Sianda Butelezi is Gonsalan Butelezi's second name. I don't know, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's follow the sequence because it doesn't make sense that Danzi is arrested for a Nongoma case. And that case, he doesn't go to court for it. Right now, he's been arrested for a Nongoma case. When he got arrested on the 16th of June 2020, he was arrested for a Nongoma case. But right now, where we are, he's sitting in the dock giving evidence for a Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. For a Senzo Meyiwa murder, he got charged for a Senzo Meyiwa murder. You got that right. It was not years later after he was convicted for a Nongoma one. It was not after he was prosecuted for it, but it was exactly that. The arrest was alleged to be for a Nongoma case. Jiggy Jiggy, he's now in for Senzo Meyiwa murder. Do you understand? And then the weird thing about it all is that there is no one who's talking about it. There's no one talking about his so-called arrest of Enongoma murder. There was also a Thabani case for possession of Don. It went nowhere because that magistrate was like, where was he when you got those things? Where are those things? None. There was nothing. They did not get them. And Dololo, that magistrate was like, we're not doing that here. Don't come with that nonsense. They gave up on that. And then they said he has another case, 20 June 2020, 06, 2020, 6, I forgot the case number, but he has another case for for phosphorus. It was for the white powder situation. And that also didn't go anywhere. He never went to court for that. All you get is silence when it comes to these so-called cases, these two, because the Rustenburg one, they were thrown out like, we don't play those games here. And then this Nongoma and this one, quiet, nothing. Haibo, what do you mean now? What happened to that? It's been now we are entering the 7th year and Danzi has been in prison. No one is talking about a Nongoma case. No one is talking about a Phosphorus case. That one that they claimed they are taking him to Phosphorus for, or for the Nongoma case either. Nixni sana. This is not about defending Bongani Danzi. This is not about defending the process because in constitutional democracy, liberty can only be taken through procedure, not suggestions, not confusions, but paperwork theater. So where is that? Where is that? So today, let's lay it all out slowly, clinically, without anger. Let's relax and talk about this. And by the end, you decide whether this timeline makes sense, because this accused was arrested in Rustenburg. Under oath, the court is told the arrest related to Nongoma case 163/10/2018. That's what they said in court. Both Gininda and Mokgane, that's what they told the court in this Senzo Meyiwa matter. A time described as a murder case, that 163. It was also a murder case, the Nongoma case. And other times it was described as a substance-related offense. That was another arrest. Wow, this arrest is changing, because the substance one is the one that they said it's for phosphorus now. Already there is instability, because where are these case numbers? And then forget about case numbers. Where is the paper trail of these case numbers? What's happening with that? What's happening with that? And then he was taken to Pretoria North SEPS and booked. But wait, if there's a substance case for Phosphorus, why not Phosphorus police station? If there's a murder case for Nongoma, why not Nongoma? Why are you not sending him at Nongoma? And here comes something that is not making sense. And here, where the record becomes critical, because they bring documentation, he is booked in transit. In transit does not mean charged. It does not mean prosecuted. It does not mean convicted. It means one thing and one thing only: temporary detention pending transfer to the court that has jurisdiction. So he was supposed to be sent to KwaNongoma. So why was he never sent to KwaNongoma is the question. If the case exists, the destination must also exist, right? If the charge is real, the court must appear. But none of that happens for this 163 case. Isn't that weird? And then on the 19th of June 2020, the accused is transported. This is not speculation. This is not somebody's memory. AVL records confirm the vehicle arrives at 11:47. That's what Bongani also testified, but he was not sure about the time. And he was asked, where were you taken? He says, I did not know where I was taken. I only heard later in court that it was Pretoria, and I was from Pretoria and then Vosloorus. And then upon arrival, he does not enter the court, yes, Vosloorus, and the car stands in the parking area. Escort officers remain with him. 2 officers transported him, Detective Mokgane, not Detective Mabena. And Mokgane, only one who entered the building of the so-called court, is who? The Vosloorus court is Mokgane. And when Mokgane goes inside, Mabena stays in the vehicle with Bongani Dansi, the accused. And then time passes by, then Mokgane comes back, and then they leave. Oh, before that, there was a guy, a police officer in uniform, that came and checked on Ubongani Dansi and said nothing to him, and then left. Then Mokgane comes back again after they left with that police officer. Then he comes back again, and then they leave. No magistrate, no doc, no appearance, no explanation. Do you understand? Later, the court is told something extraordinary about this situation. The Nongoma matter, the very reason for arrest was not placed on roll, marked NOR, not on roll. Do you understand what is happening here? Now, let's be precise. Not on roll means no hearing, no postponement, no remand, no judicial oversight whatsoever. In law, that means nothing happened. Yes, the accused is not released. He was not released to Bongani. No magistrate authorizes continued detention. No court records justify it. And that is not a technicality. That is a constitutional fracture right there on the spot. Now, the narrative shifts. Suddenly, a second case is mentioned. This one, Kengokiase Vosloorus, 5436, 5406/2020, I think. The explanation, the docket was taken to a senior public prosecutor, and then it was never returned. Despite careful search, it could not be found. And then Manake, does that even make sense? Because there's no longer confusion now. This is absence of the docket. Two alleged cases against Bongani Ntanzi, one never placed on roll, one whose docket disappeared entirely, yet the accused remains in custody. Does that make sense? Does that even make sense to you? Ask yourself quietly and honestly, what's holding him? Why is he there? And Ungomezulu said something extraordinary. What? You guys did all of this so that you can keep Ubongani Ntanzi with you. Not that you had any case against him whatsoever. You were busy with whatever you wanted because you were busy cooking this Senzo Meyiwa case for him. Do you understand? And then Ubongani Ntanzi comes in now in court yesterday. He speaks and nothing interrupts him because he wants to understand. This is why I say he did something extraordinary. He was not evasive. He is direct about what he wants to say. He says, I do not have a Nongoma case. I did not kill anyone in Onongoma. I do not have a deal in white substance case. I do not know the people that are being named. Then they say something devastating in its simplicity. If I had ever killed anyone in Nongoma, a Nongoma police officer would have come to court. I've been here for years now in this custody, in trial. I've been in prison for years. No one, not even one person, not an officer from Nongoma has approached me because they know where I am. No one. No co-accused has identified him. No witness has linked him. And when he asked the court for help, Judge Rata kept quiet because he said, I want the court to make me understand and help me on this one. Because what is this? What is this? What happened? What happened to the Nongoma case? If he even further said, me, I'm known Nongoma. I am a person that Oikitangoma. And if ever I had a case, there is always police. They would have known me. Why was I never arrested? Why, if there was ever such? Then there was still a person of interest kind of vibes that they were talking about. Years later now, he is said to be a person of interest, right? In that case of Nongoma, by the cold storage unit. The cold storage unit is the one that calls him that he's a person of interest. Then comes this the most unsettling part. The court hears that he is still considered a person of interest in the Nongoma case 163-2018, yet the case, according to Abomukhane, is not completed. The docket is not before the court. No prosecution exists. Ask yourself now, what does a person of interest mean without process? Because interest does not suspend rights, only lawful prosecution does. So what does this mean about this case? It's the 7th year now. Why Ubongani is put on top of his head a case of Nongoma, but there's nothing that happens when it comes to that. Do you know what is so weird about the Nongoma case? There are two people that were arrested. I don't remember, Tabani Ngwenya, I think, and Kanselani Buthelezi. Do you see where the Buthelezi comes in? Kanselani Buthelezi, I'm not sure if Kanselani Buthelezi's name, second name is Sianda Buthelezi. I'm not quite sure. I am honestly not quite sure. But now, both of them have been sentenced for that crime. The so-called. So when it comes to Kanselani and Taban Ngwenya, both of them are in prison for that case of 163-08-2018. Both of them. 163-2018. They are in prison. It's completed. Everything has been done. They've been convicted for it. So if Bongani Ntanzi was there co-accused, why is he not convicted for that case? Why is there nothing that is being said regarding that case? Do you see? Do you see what is happening there? Anyway, I don't know about you, but I find all of this very weird. I find it very weird. Let's end where we began. This is not conspiracy claim. This is a sequence problem. If the original arrest grounds never matured into prosecution, if no court ever exercised oversight, if dockets vanished instead of proceeding, the one question survives everything. What was the lawful basis for depriving this man of his liberty? And when later he stands trial for the murder of Senzo Meyiwa, the public is entitled, not emotionally but constitutionally, to ask, why did this begin the way it did? Why was he arrested for this Nongoma case that does not even make sense in his name? Justice earns trust through clarity. Clarity must never be optional. If everything was proper, the record will speak. Until it does, all the questions that we have will remain. If you believe justice must be transparent, not selective, please like this video. Please like this video. Do not question anything. Just like the video so the question does not disappear. We want to know what happened to the Nongoma case in Bongani's name. Also, if you like and you believe justice must be transparent, not selective, kindly share it so that people can continue scrutinizing everything, and then scrutiny will survive everything. Also, please comment below. Does this timeline make sense to you? Do you think everything that was being said when it comes to the Nongoma case, including that Force Laura's case of a substance, did it make sense? And if you support independent courtroom analysis that asks hard questions without fear, please can you kindly consider super thanks, join the channel, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because this is not about personalities. It is about the process, and the process is the backbone of justice. So I'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much. Do enjoy your day. Bye-bye.